ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुं श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सगणरघुनाथं विदं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सगणललिता शिविशाखां वितंश्च ये कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्त राधाकान्त नमोस्तुते तप्त काञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमः ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिधि नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणि प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। गुरुवे गौरचंद्राय राधिकाय तदारे कृष्णाय कृष्ण भक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दिनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्यमीश्वरं। योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसूक्तां सञ्जीवयति अखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्नां अन्यां च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणां नमो भगवते दृशाय तुभ्यम्। जयदं सुहृदो पङ्गुर्मम मन्दमतिर्गति मत्सर्वस्य पादाम्बुजो राधा मदनमोहनो तमादिदेवं करुणानिधानं तमालवर्णं सुहृदावतारम् अपार संसार समुद्र सेतुं भजामहे भागवत स्वरूपं परमानन्दपाठाय प्रेमवर्षीयक्षराय दे सर्वदा सर्वसेव्याय श्रीकृष्णाय नमोऽस्तु मे। हरे कृष्णा हरि ओम तत्सत्। So we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, fifth chapter, and 35 sloka onwards. Am I right? 35, right? Okay. यदत्र क्रियते कर्म भगवत् परितोषणं ज्ञानं यत्तद् अधीनं हि भक्ति योगा समन्वितम्। यदत्र क्रियते कर्म भगवत् परितोषणं ज्ञानं यत्तद् अधीनं हि भक्ति योगा समन्वितम्। ओके शिल्पा माता जी।
श्री कृष्ण। यदत्र क्रियते कर्म भगवत् परितोषणं ज्ञानं यत्तिनं हि भक्ति योग समन्वितम्।
उमा।
श्री कृष्ण। यदत्र क्रियते कर्म भगवत्परितोषणं ज्ञानं यत्तदधीनं हि भक्तियोगसमन्वितम्।
कपिल प्रभु।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। यदत्र क्रियते कर्म भगवत्परिशोधनम् आसणं ज्ञानं यत्तदधीनं हि भक्ति योग समन्वितम्।
ओके जीवेश्वरी माता जी।
कृष्ण प्रभु। यत्र क्रियते कर्म भगवत्परितोषणं जन्मं यत्तदधीनं हि भक्तियोग समन्वितम्।
सिनी माता जी।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। यदत्र क्रियते कर्म भगवत्परितोषणं ज्ञानं यत्तदधीनं हि भक्तियोगा समन्वितम्।
कपिल प्रभु ट्रांसलेशन प्लीज। नॉट कपिल प्रभु, विवेक प्रभु।
प्रभु जी, हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी।
हरे कृष्ण।
whatever work is done here in this life for the satisfaction of the mission of the Lord is called Bhakti Yoga or transcendental loving service of the Lord. And what is called knowledge becomes a concomitant factor.
Very good. Whatever work is done here in this life for the satisfaction of the mission of the Lord is called Bhakti Yoga or transcendental loving service to the Lord. And what is called knowledge becomes a concomitant factor. So Narada Maharshi is telling Vyasadeva, so any work that is done for the satisfaction of the mission of Lord is called Bhakti Yoga. I say it's in simple term, simple sentence, if you say any work that is pleasing Krishna is Bhakti Yoga. Any work. It can be material work, it can be spiritual work. The material work in the sense that is touted for the satisfaction of Lord becomes spiritual. So there is no distinction between material and spiritual, in fact. Anything that pleases Krishna, even though it may appear to be material activity, it becomes spiritual when it is doubted for the satisfaction of Krishna. Okay. And or transcend knowledge, transcend loving service of Lord. What is called knowledge? What is knowledge? Okay. So that becomes a concomitant factor. That's a resultant factor of the activities that is performed for the satisfaction of the Supreme Lord. Any activity that is performed for the satisfaction of Supreme Lord, it is Bhakti Yoga, and the knowledge is a concomitant factor of that Bhakti Yoga or activity. So that's what here Vyasadeva is being advised by Narada Maharshi. So we don't have to segregate material activity and spiritual activity. All the material activity we can transform into spiritual activity. It is possible. As I told you earlier also, a small shift is required. Do it. Do it for the satisfaction of Supreme Lord. Anukulasya sankalpa, pratikulasya varjanam. So anukulasya sankalpa means whatever is favorable, that you do it. And pratikulasya varjanam, whatever is unfavorable, reject it. So whatever is favorable means favorable devotional service for the satisfaction of Supreme Lord. That is accepted, that is authorized in the Vedic scriptures. So that we should do, that we should accept. Okay? Anything that is detrimental for our spiritual practice, we should avoid it. It's simple. But then we should know what is right, what is wrong, what is favorable, what is unfavorable. Unless and until we follow the instructions given in the Shastras, like Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, no, we will not know what is right, what is wrong. But just before coming to Krishna consciousness, I was not knowing that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. I was under the impression that Lord Brahma is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Why? Because he is the creator. Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara. So first who comes? Brahma. So he is the top. That was my assumption. Okay. Brahma is the creator and Vishnu is the maintainer and Lord Shiva is the destroyer. So I was under the impression that Brahma is the creator. So he should be the Supreme. So we should know what is the right knowledge, what is the wrong knowledge. So for that, we have to follow the scriptures or the authorities. Simply, whimsically, we cannot come to a conclusion. Most of the time we do that. And we assume things. We concoct based on our intelligence. We should not apply intelligence, in such serious matters. We have to be expert in that field. So to become expert, we should follow certain authorities. That is everywhere, even in the material world. Without following the authority, without following the expert people, we will not learn anything. So knowledge means vidya. Vidya means spiritual knowledge. Avidya means material knowledge. So avidya automatically comes. Even if you don't go to school or college, you will get some sort of avidya, some sort of knowledge for survival, to sustain ourselves in this material world. Even if you don't go to school or college, somehow or other we can sustain this material world. We can make money, we can have a good living also. But that's not enough. We should have Vidya, the real knowledge, the spiritual knowledge is called Vidya. That you will not get even if you go to school or college. That you have to study under a bona fide spiritual master, under some senior devotees. And for that, as given in the scriptures, Bhagavad Gita, Tad Vidhi Pranipadena, Pariprasnena Sevaya, Upadekshanti Jnanam, Jnanina Tattvadarshina. So for that, there are some elements required to be implemented. What is that? Tad Vidhi Pranipadena. We have to pay obeisances, we have to surrender to a bona fide spiritual master. Pariprasnena Sevaya. You have to inquire from him. What is this human life meant for? Isn't it? Without inquiry, you will not learn anything. Even in the school or classes, you have to ask the teacher your doubts. Isn't it? Only then you will be given the right answer. If you just keep quiet, the teacher will think that you know everything, you have understood everything. But no, if you don't know anything, you have to ask. So, who am I? Why I am born in this place? Why people are in different capacities, different level, different consciousness? What is the ultimate aim of this human life? These are questions that we should ask, isn't it? So for that, there should be a bona fide spiritual master. There should be a bona fide sampradaya to whom we should connect to. Sevaya, then what we should do? We should serve. When you love a person, then the first thing that comes is service. Simply by lips service, you cannot love a person. Love means there is service. It's a concomitant factor. Love follows by service. I'm just simply, say, I love my father, my mother, my children, my wife, but I don't do any service. So what sort of love is that? So love means service. That's why Prabhupada is given not devotion, devotional service. Devotional service. So knowledge means that will that sort of knowledge that will take us back home, back to Godhead, to our real, original, constitutional position. So that is a real knowledge. Other knowledge, why it is called avidya? It is, even if you don't get it, you will be able to survive. It's not a must. You will somehow or other, you will survive in this material world, even if you don't have that knowledge. Automatically, by seeing other people, you will get some knowledge, and that's enough. But spiritual knowledge, you have to get it. You have to acquire it. It will not come automatically. No, it will come automatically if you are on that platform. But we are all ordinary human beings. We have to put in effort. We have to have that laulyam, that greedy. No, actually, in the material world, we say we should not have greed. But in spiritual realm, greed must be there. Only when we are greedy to get this knowledge, then we'll get it. We should not sit quiet, it will come to me. No, we have to put in effort. So reading Bhagavatam, reading Bhagavad Gita, reading other scriptures, listening to the lectures of senior devotees and acharyas, saintly personalities, will automatically purify our heart. So purification starts by hearing. That's why in the Navavidha Bhakti, 9 types of devotional service, Shravanam is first. Shravanam. Okay. So if a person is, what you call deaf, generally that person will be dumb also. Isn't it? If a person is dumb and deaf, he will be dumb also. Because if there is nothing, you don't hear anything, then you won't be able to speak also. So first is our ears should be kept open. Hearing. Then only other senses. So after hearing, then definitely the other senses should start working. Then we should repeat. What we heard, we should repeat. We should see. So hearing is important, Shravanam. Okay. So drink the nectar through the ears. Pibada Bhagavatam Rasamalayam. Pibada. How you can drink this nectar? Not through the mouth, by hearing. Yasyamai Shruyamanayam Krishne Paramapurushe Bhaktir Utpattado Pumsam Shoka Moha Bhayapaha. It is said that simply by oral reception, simply by hearing, Yashyamvai Shroyamanaya. About what? Krishna Paramapurushe. About the Supreme Personality of Godhead and his activities. Janma Karmacha Me Divyam. Janma and Karma, his appearance and his activities is Leelas. Simply by oral reception. Krishna Paramapurushe. Bhaktir Utpattir. Bhakti will be awakened in our heart. In the people's heart, Bhakti will be awakened simply by oral reception. Then what happens? Shoka, Moha, Bhaya, Paha. Shoka means lamentation, Moha means illusion, Bhaya means fear. So all the three will be destroyed simply by oral reception of Srimad Bhagavatam. That's what Srimad Bhagavatam says. So if we really want to develop bhakti, we can simply hear Srimad Bhagavatam. So that is only the jnana part. Then what we have heard, we have to apply it. So jnana is one thing and vijnana means another thing. Vijnana means realized knowledge. So we have to hear repeatedly again and again. Sometimes what happens, because we are living in the age of Kali, how much ever we hear repeatedly, it will not go into our brain or heart. Somebody should be there to hammer us. Okay? Now, for example, I need a glass of water. Okay? There are so many of you here. So I'm just getting, I'm thirsty, I need a glass of water. All of you are listening. One of you from this call gets up and go get me a glass of water. What is that called? That is Vijnanam, realized knowledge. Okay, all are hearing, but nobody is getting up from the seat and getting me a glass of water except one. So who has realized that knowledge? The person who gets up and get me a glass of water. So got the difference? Like that, we know that chanting Hare Krishna Mantra is a must in the age of Kali for our deliverance. We know that, but we don't do it. So when we do it, it becomes realized knowledge. Otherwise, it's just a knowledge, academic knowledge, theoretical knowledge. So that is knowledge. So knowledge means Vidya. Vidya means spiritual knowledge. And with this knowledge, we can attain what is supposed to be attained in the human form of life. So this is what Vyasa Deva is being advised by Narada Maharshi. So any activity that pleases the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, is Bhakti Yoga. So as I told you, we don't have to segregate it, spiritual and material. Every activity, irrespective of externally, when we see, it may appear to be material activity. As I have always been telling, the activity of Arjuna and Duryodhana. Repeatedly I'm telling why. It should go into our brain, head. Right? The activity remains same. Both Arjuna and Duryodhana, they are fighting. But one pleases Krishna, that is spiritual. Other one pleases the senses of Duryodhana, the other side. So that becomes sense gratification. That is material knowledge. So say material activity. So same material activity, when Arjuna applied for the satisfaction of Krishna, becomes spiritual. Similarly, every activity of us, every activity, of course, the activity we should know that it is favorable for Krishna, it is favorable for spiritual devotion service. So we should not take any activity, any forbidden activity for that matter. We should not, any activity you It is said that in Bhagavad Gita, Yat karosi dasnasi, yat juhosi dadasi, yat tapasyasi kaundeya, tat kurusha madarpam. Yat karosi, whatever you do, yat dasnasi, whatever you eat. So people say, oh, whatever you eat. So I can eat non-vegetarian also, and you can offer that also. No? When the next sloka he says, that is Patram Pushpam Palam Toyam, Yome Bhaktya Prayachadi, Tadam Bhakti Ubharadam Asnami Prayadam. So what can be consumed? That is given, Patram Pushpam Palam Toyam, not chicken, mandana, mutton. It's not said that. So we should hear it from the right source. So Krishna says, whatever you eat. So people will, interpret in that way. Oh, Krishna said, whatever you eat. So I can eat non-vegetarians. No, that's not it. Krishna said, you cannot eat anything in the mode of ignorance. You should eat only that dishes that are in the mode of goodness. So now it is clear. So in that way, whatever you eat, you should offer it to me. Whatever you do, you should offer it to me. Whatever dana or charity you do, you should offer it to me. Whatever austerity you do, you should offer it to me. So we should know what should be offered, what items are qualified to be offered to Krishna, what activities are qualified to be offered to Krishna. So we should not simply speculate or misinterpret our own meaning. Because if you read one sloka and interpret it wrongly, then we'll fall in trouble. So we have to see few slokas before and after also to get the right context of the sloka. So purport. The general and popular notion is that by discharging fruitive work in terms of the direction of the scriptures, one becomes perfectly able to acquire transcendental knowledge for spiritual realization. So it clearly says the general and popular notion is that by discharging fruitive work in terms of the direction of the scriptures, even the fruitive work, even the work that is for our own benefit, material benefit, if it is done as per the direction of the scriptures, one becomes perfectly able to acquire transcendental knowledge for spiritual realization. So Bhakti Yoga is considered by some to be another form of karma. But factually, Bhakti Yoga is above both karma and jnana. So there is a saying, work is worship. It's a very nice to hear. Work is worship. Okay, it's a good phrase also, good saying also. But unless and until you doubted that work for the pleasure of Krishna, it doesn't become worship. So we have to keep Krishna in between. Then only it becomes worship. Otherwise, it is simply sense gratification. So, but factually, Bhakti Yoga is above karma and jnana. Anya abhilashida shunyam, jnana karmadi anavradam. Anukulyana krishnanushelanam bhakti rutam. So, what is bhakti? Anya abhilasha. There should be no abhilasha, no desire. For what? Jnana karma adi. It should be free of knowledge, speculative knowledge, fruitive activity. It should be free of. Oh, bhakti. Anya abhilasha. There should be no abhilasha for sense gratification, no desire for sense gratification, and it should be free of jnana and karma, speculative knowledge and fruitive activity. Karma adi, not only jnana and karma, adi, etc. Then what is further says Rupa Goswami? Anukulyana krishnanushelana. This should be favorable for satisfying Krishna. Bhakti Ruttama. Anukulyana krishnanushelana bhakti. That is the Uttama Bhakti. So bhakti can be, in different categories. We can divide into many categories. So Uttama Bhakti, we are talking about the Uttama Bhakti. Only when we perform Uttama Bhakti, we will be eligible to go back home, back to Godhead. So that is pure bhakti. We are all doing bhakti, no doubt about it. But what is the problem with our bhakti? Our bhakti is sakama bhakti. We have so much of material desires still left in our heart. So we want to fulfill that material desires. So for that purpose, we approach the Supreme Lord. Chaturvidha bhajandeyama. You know that slogan. Chaturvidha bhajandeyama. What is that? What is that? Anyone remember? Chaturvidha bhajandeyama. Sugirdana Arjuna. Artho arthati jnani. I forgot. Jitnyasu Bardashava. Artho Arthati Jitnyasu Jnanicha Bardashava. So I forgot the complete this thing. Okay. 7? 16. Yeah. 4 types of people approach me. Give me that. Jana Sugirdan Arjun. Okay. Chadurvidha Bhajandeyamam, Jana Sugirdan Arjuna, Artho Jitnyasur Artharthi, Jnanicha Bardarsha. 4 type of people comes to me. That is Chadurvidha. 4 type. Bhajandeyamam, worship me. Jana Sugirdan Arjuna, those who are pious. Okay. What sort of people are they? Artho. Artho means? What is Artho means? Artho means distrust. Artho Jitnyasu, those who are inquisitive. And Arthati means one who is in need of money, economic development. So, Artho means distrust. Jitnyasu means inquisitive. Arthati means one who is in need of money. Jnani, wise. Bhardarshava means addressing Arjuna. So 4 types of people come to me. Who are they? One who is in distress, one who is one who is inquisitive, one who is in want of money, and one who is wise. What type of people come to? Okay. So why they are coming? Because of desires. These 4 types of desires. So that's called Sakama Bhakti. It's not pure Bhakti. They are not approaching Krishna because they have pure, unalloyed devotional service or devotion to Supreme Lord. They want something in return. They are worshipping Supreme Lord because they are either in distressful condition or they are in want of money, they are inquisitive or they are wise. So out of this 4, these are, Karmis also is there, Jnanis also is there. Okay. All are there. All 4 types of people are. But Krishna wants us to be pure. Jnana, karma, adi, anavruta. And it should be favorable for Krishna's satisfaction. So that's what here our Rupa Goswami says. Okay. Anya vilashada shunyam, jnana karmadi anavrutam, anukulyana krishnanu shailanam bhaktivutam. So Bhakti Yoga is considered by some to be another form of karma. No. Bhakti Yoga is not another form of karma. That who thinks that Mayavadis. Okay. Bhakti is also Maya. No, Bhakti is not Maya. So this world is temporary. Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya. That is what their what do you call slogan. Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya. What do they say? That only what is Satya, absolute truth, is only Brahman. Brahman means that Brahman effulgence. Rest everything is Mithya. False. No. You are there, I am there, every one of us are there. We are reading, we are discussing. This is not mithya, this is not unreal. It is real. But what we have to understand, it is temporary. I am not going to speak, or nor you are going to listen for eternity. This is temporary. So we are all real. We are living. We are real living beings. We are not unreal. But as per them, these are all illusion. Okay. Only what is real, what is absolute truth, what is true, only Brahman. Brahman effulgence. But it is not so. Bhakti Yoga is independent. It is not dependent on karma and jnana. Karma and jnana without bhakti will not take you anywhere. Karma and jnana without bhakti will not take us anywhere. And bhakti is independent. Bhakti Yoga is independent. See, it is written here already. Bhakti Yoga is independent of jnana and karma. On the other hand, jnana and karma are dependent on Bhakti Yoga. I told you. Jnana and karma are dependent. They are not independent. They are dependent on Bhakti Yoga. So this Kriya Yoga or Karma Yoga, as recommended by Sri Narada to Vyasa, is specifically recommended because the principle is to satisfy the Lord. Okay. Ultimately, all our activities should satisfy the Supreme Lord. The Lord does not want his sons, the living beings, to suffer the threefold miseries of life. Okay, we are all his children, irrespective of what body we have. Some may have a human body, some may have aquatic body, some may have bird's body, tree's body, worm's body, but all are his children. And he is equal to all his children. He is equal. So, and he doesn't want us to undergo the pain of miseries, threefold miseries. What are the threefold miseries? Adhyatmic, Adhibhautik, and Adhidevic. Okay. How a parents, will a parent, will be happy if their children are undergoing any miseries? Even materially speaking, no, nobody will be happy. Yeah, all the parents wants their children to be happy without any disease, without any problem. So why not the Supreme Father? And they're all his children. So Supreme Father doesn't want any of his children to suffer the threefold miseries. So similarly, the Supreme Father doesn't want any of his children to put other living entities, their siblings, into hardships or inconvenience. Just like if parents, they have 5 children. The 3 children are very nice, healthy. 2 children are not healthy. And the 3 children who are healthy is troubling the other 2 children. Will the parents be happy? No. Similarly, we are happy we have a human body. It's a higher body than the animal's body. So the person who has this higher body is troubling, disturbing the people in the lower body. Will the Supreme Father like that? For our sense gratification, we are killing the lower animals who has a lower body. They are also the children of Supreme Lord. How can he tolerate? Just like the material parents will not tolerate, one child to trouble the other child. Similarly, the Supreme Father will not also tolerate our activity of disturbing or putting hardship or inconvenience to children with lower forms, lower bodies. So that's why the Supreme Father doesn't want his children to suffer through threefold misery. So it is our duty also, having a higher form of body, to see that the children of the Supreme Father, the same Supreme Father who has a lower form, material body, should not be disturbed unnecessarily. So he decides that all of them come to him and live with him. But going back to Godhead, means that one must purify himself from material infection. So that is his intense desire that all of us should go back to him and live with him very nicely. It's just like the parents in the material world, they also want the children to be with them and enjoy the life along with them. So the Supreme Father is also wanting us, irrespective in what form, in what body we are in. He wants all of his children to go back home, back to world. Because he knows that we are rotting in this material world, we are suffering in this material world with the threefold of miseries plus Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadhi. So for that, we have to purify ourselves. So without purification, we cannot go back home, back to world. So when work is performed, therefore, to satisfy the Lord, the performer becomes gradually purified from the material afflictions. So when work is performed, spiritual work, transcendental work, okay, to satisfy the Lord, that becomes spiritual activity. Then what happens? Satisfied. The performer becomes gradually purified. As we progress on our spiritual pursuit, we gradually purify ourselves. Means attainment of spiritual knowledge. Okay. Gradually purified from the material effect. This purification means attainment of spiritual knowledge. Therefore, knowledge is dependent on karma or work done on behalf of the Lord. So knowledge is dependent on our activity that is done to satisfy the Supreme Lord, not to satisfy our senses. The same work, again and again I am telling, whatever work that is allowed to do, if you dovetail in the service of Supreme Personality of Godhead, slowly and gradually the purification definitely starts. Definitely. There's no doubt for it. Other knowledge being devoid of bhakti yoga or satisfaction of the Lord cannot lead one back to the kingdom of God. Any other knowledge, maybe he is a PhD, he is a postdoc, he is this, he is that, no problem. It will not take us back home, back to God. Because that knowledge is only for satisfying our senses. It is not to satisfy the senses of the Supreme. Rishikena Rishikesha Sevanam Bhakti Uchade. Rishikena Rishikesha Sevanam Bhakti. So with the senses, we should satisfy the senses of the master of the senses. We should satisfy the master of the senses. That is what we should do. That is Uttama Bhakti, Bhakti Ruchyade. So other knowledge being devoid of Bhakti Yoga or satisfaction of the Lord cannot lead one back to kingdom of God, which means that it cannot even offer salvation, liberation, mukti. It cannot offer. As already explained in connection with the stanza, Naishkarmyam api achyuta bhava varjidam. The conclusion is that a devotee engaged in the unalloyed service of the Lord, specifically in hearing and chanting of his transcendental glories, becomes simultaneously spiritually enlightened by the divine grace as confirmed in the Bhagavad Gita. Okay, so that is a conclusion. A devotee engaged in the unalloyed service. Unalloyed. What is alloyed? What is unalloyed? Alloyed means mixture of so many elements or metals, right? Unalloyed, pure. Gold in 24 karat, it's unalloyed. It has no mixture. 24 karat gold is full, fine. Okay. But when it is mixed with copper or silver, it's called alloyed. So our devotional activities, devotional service also should be unalloyed. That is what in Bhagavatam also Lord says. Savai pumsam paro dharmo yado bhakti radokshaji ahai tuki apratiyada yayatma suprasidi. Savai pumsam paro dharma. The paro dharma, the supreme occupational duty of a living beings to do bhakti towards adokshaja. Paradharma. We have so many dharmas. Samanya dharmas, Pati dharma, Patni dharma, Raja dharma, Kula dharma, so many dharma. That's okay, fine. But what is the supreme occupational duty is to serve the supreme personality of Godhead, with no expectation, without any expectation. Unalloyed bhakti. And without any motivation. And apratihada, constantly. Satadam kirtayandoma, kirtaniya sadahari. That's what Krishna wants. So that's called. Then what happened? What is the result? Savai pumsam parodharmo, yado bhakti radokshiti, ahaituki apradiya yatma suprasidati. Our heart will be totally satisfied because we are doing this activity for the satisfaction of the Supreme Lord. So automatically we also become satisfied. Just like as in Srimad Bhagavatam it is said, Yadataror Mula Nisechanayana Taskanda Bhujapa, what is that? Tripyandi Taskanda Bhujapa Shaka. Tripyandi Taskanda Bhujapa. Just like putting water at the root of the tree, all the branches, twigs, leaves, flowers, fruits, everything gets nourished. Similarly, simply supplying food to the stomach, all the parts of the body get nourished. Similarly, simply worshipping the Supreme Personality of Godhead, all his parts and parts, all the demigods, everybody gets nourished. So simply worship him, and because he is the Supreme Master. The example is very good example is given. We know the story of Durvasa Muni going to Pandavas in the forest after Draupadi Mata has already had their food. So after that, till next meal, they will not get any food. And Durvasa Muni, if he is not entertained properly, he will curse. So it was the plot of Duryodhana, right? So that Durvasa Muni will curse Pandavas. For that he protested. So he requested Durvasa, please go and honor prasadam from there also. He knew very well that this time they are not going to get any food from the Akshay Patra, because by the time they reaches, definitely he knew that Draupadi would have had her meal. And till next meal, she will not get any food from the Akshay Patra. So when they came, Yudhishthira Maharaj and other Pandavas, they all welcomed. And, oh, Munivar, please go, take bath and come with, how many 10,000 disciples? The Akshay Patra has the capacity to provide any number of people till such time that Draupadi eats her food. Once she finishes, then it will not produce till next meal. So they came, they welcomed, and they told, please go take bath and come. Do your Sandhya Vandan and everything. And by the time we'll, prepare everything ready, you can have prasadam with us. Okay. So Yudhishthira Maharaj came and asked Draupadi, what can we do? I've already finished my meal. I cannot supply anything. My Akshay Patra will not provide anything now. And if we don't give them food, Durvasa Muni, he will get angry. He will curse us. So what's the way out? So Draupadi immediately prayed to Lord Krishna. That's only solace. There is no other way. So Krishna appeared immediately there and asked, what happened? So Krishna immediately said, I am hungry. Please give me something. Yeah, she is in a fix. She is thinking how to serve this Durvasa Muni and his 10,000 disciples. And here Krishna comes and asking, I am hungry, please give something. And Draupadi explained about her predicament. What should I do? I have finished my meal. Nothing can be provided now. Krishna said, don't worry. Just bring that Akshay Patra. Let me see. Something will be there. And Draupadi brought the Akshay Patra. There is a small grain of rice or some spinach or something. Some remnants. It was stuck to the pot. So he took it and just ate that. Okay. Who ate it? Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. What happened? The moment he ate, all the disciples of Durvasa Muni and Durvasa Muni started belching as if they have eaten a full-fledged meal now, just now, and they're all belching. They cannot eat anything. And in the meantime, Bhima, when please come home. They ran away from there. No, because if they come and if they don't honor the prasadam, it's been offense. So no, we cannot even one morsel we cannot have. Immediately Durvasa Muni along with his 10,000 people ran away, fled from that scene. So Krishna came right on time to help Pandavas. So why I said this? Simply by pouring water at the root of the tree, simply by feeding the stomach, all the parts will be nourished. Similarly, simply by satisfying Krishna, all his parts will be satisfied. Isn't it? So that's why it's not necessary to worship each and everyone individually, because it's not possible. There are 33 crores of demigods. How we can satisfy? Simply satisfy Krishna, who is all inclusive. Everybody will be satisfied. So that is what. So this is real knowledge. This is real knowledge. Okay. So anything on this? Any questions or any comments? Hmm? Okay, well, do we do a quick Damodara Ashtakam with the lamp? Is it possible?
Yeah, Prabhuji.
Okay, so I will stop here. I will share the photo. Then let me check.
Also, Prabhuji, I just had this
Yeah.
arati. And
Okay, very good.
okay.
Yes.
Well, Prabhuji, here also we have small temple.
Okay, you can. There's so many photos. Yeah, remove. Okay. Who's Gauranga Mataji? You can see the photo?
No.
Let me check.
Nita. Which photo? Yeah.
Yeah, now you can see. I have shared the photo. You can see now?
Yes,
Yeah,
Prabhu. Now.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
So who wants to sing? Who wants to sing Damodara Ashtakam?
Shini Mataji.
I can sing, Prabhu.
Okay, please sing.
Okay, wait.
No, it is this photo is changing. Why this photo is changing? 1 second. Can somebody share a good photo, Damodara photo?
Yes, Prabhuji, I can share.
Okay, I will make you post.
Yes.
Or somebody can show also. You have photo, you can show. Altar with.
Yeah, Prabhuji, I can do that. Prabhuji,
Yeah. Okay.
is this?
Yeah. There are. I will pin that. Yes. Haribol. Okay. So who is singing? Shilpa Mataji?
Yes, Prabhu, I can sing.
Okay. So all others, please sing along, but on mute. Otherwise,
Prabhu,
There'll be lag.
Hare- Prabhuji, I have to sing like after one this finish, I have to speak again
No, no.
Namami Swaram
No,
Sachidanand or what?
you sing continuously.
Okay,
Continuous.
okay,
Okay.
okay.
So all of this, please sing along, but on mute. Otherwise, there will be lag and it will not be clear.
Yes, Prabhu.
So please mute all of you except Shilpa Mataji.
Namamishwaram Sachidanandarupam Prasatkundalam Gokule Bhajamanam Yasodabhiyolokalatabhamanam Paramrushtamatyantato Dhritagopya Rutantam Muhunetrayumam Ruchantam Karambojayugme Satankanetram Muhuswasakam Trirekakam Kantha Sritah Devadamodaram Bhaktibatam इति द्वाक्सलीलाभिरानन्दकुण्डे स्वगोसाम्निमाचात्माख्यापयन्तम् तदीये सिताग्नेषु भक्तिर्जीवा त्वाम् पुनः प्रेमतास्तं सतावृत्तिवन्दे वरं देवमोक्षां न मोक्षां वतिं वा न चान्यं वणेऽहं वरेशदपीहा इदं देव पुण्याथ गोपालबालं सदा मे मनस्या वीरास्तानि मन्ये इदं ते मुखाम्बोजमत्यन्तलीले तं कुन्तले स्निग्धरक्तेश गोप्या मुहुशुम्बितं बिम्बरक्ताधरं मे मनस्या विरास्तामलं लक्षलाभे नमो देवदामोदरानन्दविष्णो प्रसीदा प्रभो दुःखजलाब्धिमग्नम् कृपादृष्टिर्ष्याति बतानो ब्रह्माणि समामग्नमेत्यसितस्य कुबेरात्मजो बाधमृत्येव याद्वात् त्वयामोचितो भक्तिभजो कृतो च तथा प्रेम भक्तिं स्वकं मे प्रयच्छ न मोक्षे ग्रहो मे श्रीदामोदरेहा नमस्ते सुदाम्ने स्फुरदीप्तिधाम्ने त्वदीयोदरायात विश्वस्य धाम्ने नमो राधिकायै त्वदीयप्रियायै नमो नन्तलीलाय देवाय तुभ्यम् नमो राधिकायै त्वदीयप्रियायै नमो नन्तलीलाय देवाय तुभ्यम् नमामीश्वरं सच्चिदानन्दरूपम् लसत्कुण्डले पाजमनम् यशोदाभियोलुकलाधवमानम् परामृष्टमत्यन्ततो धृतगोप्या हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे
जय राधा दामोदर राधा दामोदर राधे जय राधाम कंचोर राधम कंचोर राधम कंचोर श्री राधे जय राधा यशोदनंदन राधा यशोदनंदन राधा यशोदनंदन श्री राधे जय राधा गोकुल नंदन राधा गोकुल नंदन राधा गोकुल नंदन श्री राधे जय राधा नंद नंदन राधा नंद नंदन राधा नंद नंदन श्री राधे जय राधे जय राधे जय राधे जय श्री राधे राधा रानी की जय महारानी की जय राधा रानी की जय महारानी की जय बोलो बरसान वासी की जय जय बोलो वृषभानु दुलारी की जय 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 दादा दामोदर भगवान की माखन चोर की प्रभात की गुरु महाराज की जय गो प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल हरे कृष्णा।